Hi, this is the 1000 Scenes Project. I'm Morgan, and improviser number 55 of 1000 is Asaf Ronen. Hi, Asaf.
Hi.
Thank you so
Fif-
much for doing this.
That's a good number. I like that number, 55.
Yeah, palindrome, I guess. It's a good looking number. Our randomly generated suggestion is loan. 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 You know, I just need them back. I need to clip my hedges. So if you could just give them back to me, Tony, that'd be great.
I'm not done with him yet.
Okay, I just noticed that you got rid of your hedges entirely, in the fall. So I don't know why you need hedge clippers anymore.
Well, you don't have to be so literal about things in life. Just because they're hedge clippers
Right.
does not mean that they don't have multiple uses, you know?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I've got lots of things around the house that I've been clipping. It's also good for shaving things.
For shaving things,
Yeah, I
you've been
found
using my hedge clippers to shave things.
on occasion.
Okay, it's just they're huge. They're pretty big blades. They're sharp, but they're.
Some of those hairs are deep rooted.
uh Now, when you say shave things, th- um, are you shaving yourself? Or you?
Are you a cop?
No, no. Uh, um,
You
an
have to tell me
architect.
to stop.
No, I'm not a cop. I'm an architect, and you've described yourself as a visual artist. Before, I never really understood what you meant by that. You're a visual artist. Is that like a painter or?
I create the kinds of arts that you can look at.
Yeah, again,
Thus,
that's pretty vague. It's a general. I
I'm,
guess.
once again, you're trying to label things. You're just trying to labels. If you read your Eckhart Tolle, labels are
Yeah,
just a mean
I didn't get a
distant.
chance to read that book you put in my mailbox. Was that the?
That was months ago.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been meaning to get around to it.
I was just being neighborly.
Yeah, no, you're a great neighbor, and that's why I loaned you
Oh,
the
thanks. That's sweet.
shears to begin with. It's just uh it's been like almost a year now. So, and my hedges. I'd like to I like to trim them for the good of the neighborhood. I'd like to help beautify the neighborhood.
I'm in the middle of a project right now.
A shaving project, or like an artistic.
It's an artistic project that may or may not include shaving.
Okay, is your art the shaving of things? Are you a shave artist? Is that?
Probably the art leads me. Sometimes the art leads to shaved textures,
Hmm.
sometimes unshaved textures. I try not to go in with too tight a mind frame about it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I envy you. You got. Yeah.
Like in your architecture, do you go in saying, this building's going to be 5 stories? Maybe it should be a 10-story building. You might not know until you start breaking ground. Isn't that the way architecture works?
No, that's very much not the way it works. You pretty much, unless something catastrophic happens during the building, we have to make some changes. But even the changes would be carefully vetted and agreed upon by probably several people in
But
tandem.
it could work that way. Couldn't it work that way every once in a while?
Could it hypothetically work that someone would go in to build a building and not know how many stories it was going to be?
Right.
I
Or
guess in like a maybe if you're rebuilding after a catastrophe, like an earthquake or something, you just were trying to erect a shelter. I guess if it was an emergency.
when Frank Lloyd Wright built Falling Water, a house around flowing water,
Right.
did he know, oh, well, I'm going to move the stream this way and it's going to go through the room? No, he's working around water.
Mm,
and
I'm
rock.
pretty sure he knew. I'm pretty sure that it was pretty carefully designed. It was not an improvised design. He designed the design.
Agree to disagree.
Okay, I did study Frank Lloyd Wright in college, and I'm a pretty big fan. I don't know if you can see through the living room window. I've actually got some framed photos of interiors. So yeah, is there any way you can use something else for the project other than specifically my shears, or maybe you could go out and get your own, or
Thing about when you get
you're having an acid flashback. Is that what's happening? You just suddenly stopped in the middle of what you're saying. I guess that's what it's like to be like an artist. I guess you're free to have these reveries where you just sort of astral travel. I live in a very concrete world of planned structures and planned life, where I go out and I make a plan, and then I achieve that plan. And I had planned today, Sunday morning, to trim my hedges for the good of the neighborhood. And here you are with your shaving project that is clearly not thought out at all. You just grabbed whatever was around and happened to belong to me. And that's not okay. You can't just improvise and grab something that belongs to someone else and use it in your stupid art shaving. Is that even a thing? Is art shaving a thing? I'm sorry. I'm going through a lot of... I don't know if you hear me and Marjorie arguing. We've been going through a pretty rough time lately. I was really just looking forward to trimming the hedges and just getting out here and just sort of, working the kinks out and getting some aggression out on those hedges. I just really, really would like to use hedge trimmers. Is there any way that you come out of your acid trip right now, or not, I'm sorry, flashback, I don't know the terminology, and just see fit to go inside and stop whatever shaving might be in progress, and just go ahead and just grab the trimmers, maybe clean them off if there's little bits of hairs, and just hand me back. So, I mean, basically to summarize, if you could come out of this acid flashback you're having and just go inside and clean off the shears and give them to me, then all this would be okay. Is there any way you could just go inside now and just... Oh, okay, you
Sorry,
having...
inspiration hits. You've got to follow it wherever it goes. And there was something, your neediness was really inspiring, and it gave me a direction to go.
So you have like a direction now, so a plan for your project.
Yeah, it definitely involves shaving, though.
Okay, do you know about how much longer the project will take?
2 to 8 days.
Oh. Okay, and then you can give me back the clippers after that?
Maybe your hedges just have a better plan as far as what shape they need to be in. Have you ever thought of that? Alan, I don't want to tell your job in architecture and all that, and it probably includes landscaping and all that, but maybe your hedges, they want to have a more cottony shape.
A more cottony shape.
As opposed to just square. Not everything has to be square, Alan.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Screw the hedges, screw the plans. We make plans and they just go to pot. You try to keep a relationship together with your wife and suddenly you're arguing about tiny little things, and you try to go outside and get a little aggression out on the hedges, and then even you're foiled in that because your neighbor's shaving things for art, and your plans don't always work out like they do. Maybe you need cottony hedges. Maybe that's the way things are supposed to be. Maybe I'll just have a disgusting yard that is not kept up, and maybe I'll be known as the guy on the street who doesn't take care of his property. Maybe that's the plan, or the lack of plan, or I don't know anymore.
You really should read the ECKHART TOLLE that I gave.
I'll read it. I'll read it this week. I promise. the power of now. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get on that right very soon.
And then maybe you could come over and, you know,
Yeah, I'd love to. We'll shave things.
you
We'll
could
have a
dip your
shaving
hands
party.
in the paint.
What?
You could dip your hands in the paint. See what comes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that actually sounds kind of cool.
Yeah. It is cool, Alan. It is.
Blackout. Thank you very much, Asaf. Your I don't know if you know this, but your character went into an extended acid flashback there, and
What, could you see me while I was... It went
no,
my thing
from
went
my
black.
vantage point, yours dropped out, and then I could see that you're having technical difficulties, so I monologued over here. But thank you for coming back and being very quick on the uptake when you did. Such is the nature of digital improv in its infancy. But that was very fun. Thank you for doing that.
That was very fun. That was very fun, Morgan. And we've done our first scene together ever.
After 18 years or however long ago I met you for the first time.
Yeah, I'm in New York.
Yeah. And you're in Austin now, correct?
I'm in Austin, Texas. Yeah.
Awesome. And is there anything that I can plug, Austin-based or otherwise, for you in the description of the video?
Well, I help run the Institution Theater. I'm the education director there. We have shows and classes going on all the time, which I'm a part of, and that's the main thing to plug. I'll be doing the Seattle Improv Festival this year with my duo Imp, featuring Karen White, who's still living in New York. We get together every once in a while and do our silent improv show.
Excellent. Okay, I'll put links to both those things in the video description. Thank you so much.
There's the book, Directing Improv.
And I'll absolutely add a link to that as well.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, and good to see you. Take care.
Take care, Morgan.